here they are just simply hidden. We will unhide this by going through this option view. Okay, so click on the view in the menu bar. Okay, view menu, and in the ribbon tools at the last you can find user interface option. So click on this drop down arrow, then you can find here the option project browser. You can check this. Now you have got project browser on the screen, and next similarly select the properties. Okay, the basic requirements, you need to have properties palette one side and project browser other side. This is a basic requirement because every time we will concentrate on these two palettes more. So to change the views we definitely use this project browser, and to check the properties what of the things components what we have used, we'll just cross check through the properties palette. So it is the format of screen should be like this. Okay, you need to have properties palette along with the project browser. Okay, you can align it wherever it is required. So alignment is up to you. You can align this anywhere. So simple thing is to align it this. You have to place your cursor on a long press, and then you can move your cursor so that you can move this palette wherever it is required to you. Okay. So this is how to get back this properties palette and project browser if it is got missed. Okay. So now let us see how to use this wall tool. Yeah. So let us start using this wall tool, which is the first in the architecture menu and the build panel. So everything starts with wall here. The shortcut command for wall is WA. Okay, if you type WA, automatically it will activate the wall tool. Okay, so in the wall here you can find types of walls or wall architectural. So here you can, it creates a non-structural wall in the building model. Okay, so wall structure, here you have structural wall. It creates a load bearing or shear wall in the building model. And the wall by face, this we will use in generating masses. Okay, so generally for a normal type of buildings, for masonry walls we always prefer this wall architectural. Okay, select this wall architectural. Okay, so now you can find here the ribbon tools has been changed. Okay, the ribbon tools has been changed, and we have got that modify panel. Okay, now currently we are in a modification mode, and the properties are related to wall placement. Okay, so in the properties palette, the very first one, as we have discussed earlier, it is of type selector. From this drop down we can select the type of the wall. Okay, so as we are in the wall tool here, from this we can select the type of the wall. Here you can see various types, that is basic wall. Okay, and then curtain walls and stacked walls. So these are the types of walls. In the basic walls again we have various types: generic wall, masonry wall, interior wall. Okay, so you can select the wall which is required to us. So generally here I'll proceed with the 225 mm masonry wall. Okay, 225 mm masonry wall. So let us select this generic 225 mm masonry wall. Okay, I'm choosing the type as basic wall, generic 225 mm masonry. And after selecting the type of the wall from the type selector, next we have to concentrate on location line. Okay, this location line is nothing but the method of drawing the wall. Okay, which method you want to choose. So center line method or exterior method or finish interior method, that method. So if you click on this drop down arrow just beside to this location line, if you click on this option, you will get here various options like wall center line, core center line, finish face exterior, finish face interior, core face interior. These are the different methods. Okay, reference lines. So for suppose if I choose wall center line here, okay, so I'll specify 1 point here. Okay, and look at this. So as I move my cursor friend, so if the wall is increasing, the length of the wall is increasing. Okay, and as well here we have a reference line. Okay, dotted line. Okay, at the center. So this is the center line. Okay, here we can enter the dimensions, center to center dimensions. It will calculate the dimension center to center. So now if I click that, so I'll get the wall of center to center length 2700 mm. Okay, center to center. It will calculate the dimension center to center, and the reference will be center of the wall here. So that is about wall center line. Okay, if I choose finish face exterior, okay, finish face exterior, so I'll just start drawing here. Now we can observe Here we have the reference line onto the exterior face of the wall. Okay, so now the dimensions will be calculated with respect to the exterior, outer to outer. Okay, outer to outer side of the wall. Okay, so look at this, outer to outer side of the wall. So this is about finish face exterior, and similarly we have finish face interior. So look at this. Now we have the reference line inner side, and the dimensions will also be measured from the inner side. Okay, inner to inner of the wall. So depending upon the situation, depending upon the need, we have to choose the type of the method in the location line. Okay, and here you can see core center line, core face exterior, core face interior. So these are also the methods when we have different layers in the wall. Okay, when we have different layers in the wall, for suppose let me choose here different type. Let us suppose this exterior wall. Here we have it is also called a stacked wall. It has different layers in the wall. Okay, so at a certain height we have one layer, after that we have one more layer. Okay, so look at this. Now it is finished face exterior, sorry, finished face interior. So my reference line is to the inner side. Okay, and now I'll change core face interior. Okay, so this is core face. If you zoom in, you can find that. So our reference line is not to the complete inner side. There is core face. Okay, it is to the inner side of the core material there. Let us choose this core face exterior. So this is a core face exterior. Here we have the reference line, but it is to the exterior side of the core material inside this wall. Okay, and let us choose here finish face exterior. Okay, finish face exterior. Now it is truly to the exterior side of the wall. Okay, now the reference line is truly to the exterior side of the wall. So this is about the location line. Okay, this is about the location line. So let me show you this walls in the 3D view. So look at this. Here we have certain layers in this wall. Okay, this is one layer and this is one more layer. So this, if you go for core finish interior, then you get the reference line here. Okay, core finish exterior will get the reference line a little bit here. Next, finish face is exterior on exactly to the faces of the wall. Okay, external and internal faces of the wall. Finish face. So that is about this location line. I hope it is clear about this location line. So after selecting this location line, we have still to work in this. Okay, let me go back to this masonry, 225 mm masonry. Okay, so after choosing this location line, okay, I'm choosing wall center line. Next thing is you need to specify the base constraint. Base constraint here. Here, what is the base constraint means? So here you need to specify the level from where you would like to start drawing the wall. Okay, from where you would like to consider the wall. So obviously I need the wall in between level 1 and level 2 so that it will connect ground floor and the top floor. Okay, first floor. So my bottom level should we have to specify here in the base constraint. Okay, my bottom level is here level 1. So my my wall starts from level 1 here. Okay, and next is about base offset that we'll discuss in the upcoming classes. Next, let us see about this top constraint. So here top constraint is until where you would like to consider this wall, until where you would like to draw the wall. So I require the wall from ground floor to the first floor. So the top constraint should be level 2 here, so that it will accommodate the wall from in between the level 1 to level 2. Okay, level 1 to level 2. So now let me draw the wall here. Okay, so I have specified first point here. Now I'm specifying the second point. So either you can adjust the dimension by using the cursor. By slightly moving the cursor, you can see here the values are changing. Or else if you have directly the value. For suppose now if you want to draw this wall for 3 meters. Okay, so I'm just giving the value as 3000. So as I have set the units in millimeter. So if I give the values, automatically it will take in millimeters only. So look at this. Automatically it has drawn the wall half of 3 meters. Okay, now I want to change the direction of this wall. I want to move this in the downward direction. I require a wall of 2.5 meters. Okay, so I'll just specify the direction, And look at this, concentrate here while specifying the direction. If you want the wall exactly straight without any inclination, okay, you need to make sure that you will get the dotted line. Okay, you will have the dotted line visibility. Okay, if that dotted line misses, then it means that your wall is not straight, it is somewhat inclined. Okay, even the inclination you can see that, you can able to see the inclination, it is 77 degrees with the horizontal. Okay, so if you find this dotted line, then it means that our wall is exactly straight without any inclination. Okay, so I have made my wall exactly straight, and now I'm entering the value 2.5 m. Okay, so into this many ways we can enter. Either you can directly give 2500, or else in a shortcut you can give 2.5, and then you can specify m symbol so that it will consider as 2.5 meters, and then draws a wall. Okay, so that is the thing we have to concentrate. And look at this, now I want to end my wall exactly until this wall with the reference of this wall. Okay, so the thing is, as you take your cursor a little bit like this, automatically it will draws a reference line from the previous wall. Okay, so and you can find a cross symbol there, intersection with the horizontal, so you can have a click there, automatically it will draws a wall there. Okay, until that part point. So now again I would like to here close this. Simply take your cursor, and you can find here the snap points. So it is the end point, square box indicates the end point. Okay, as I'm choosing the center line method, I'm drawing everything by using center line. So here I have to end up with the center line. Okay, and specify the center line. Okay, now I have completely drawn the wall by using this basic wall. Okay, so let me show you in the elevations. Look at this. So all these things we have drawn, all these walls we have drawn without setting the base constraint and top constraint. But this wall we have drawn by setting the base constraint and top constraint. Okay, got the difference? So if you want to accommodate the wall in between any two levels, then definitely we have to specify the base constraint and top constraint of the wall. Okay, so for this, yeah, I have drawn the walls, but now I want to rectify this. Okay, I want to rectify its height. So now what we can do means simply select those walls. Okay, selecting the walls is simple thing, you can directly click on the wall. Okay, here I'm covering one more topic, is that is types of selection. Just listen to it carefully. So I'm covering one more topic, that is types of selection. To select anything by using the cursor, by using the mouse in this software, we have three methods. One is direct selection, and the other one is window selection. Next thing is cross window selection. Okay, so direct selection is simple thing, you need to specify the object with the cursor and you have to perform a click there. Okay, directly you can select it. You need to take the cursor near the object which you would like to select, and you need to perform a click there on it. Okay, that it will get selected. This is about direct selection. Okay, so window selection. So in the window selection is, you need to draw a window like this. Okay, rectangular window. So this window, how can you draw? The thing is, you just have to specify the left, long press the left key in the mouse, long press the left key in the mouse and drag the mouse. Okay, you need to hold the long press. Okay, you need to hold the left key, and you need to drag like this. Okay, and here you need to completely cover the object which you would like to select. Okay, the objects which has to be selected should be completely inside this rectangular region, and then leave it. Okay, then release the long press. Then whatever the objects which are inside that rectangular region will get selected. Okay, now look at this, I am just dragging the rectangular and covering only half of the wall portions. Okay, only covering half of the portions, and I'm releasing. Okay, it is not getting selected. So to select anything, you need to come make sure that that object is completely inside that rectangular portion. Okay, that is about this rectangular selection. Okay, window selection. So window selection. Next is about cross window selection. In the cross window selection, we have to draw the window from right side towards left side. Okay, we have to drag this window from right side towards left side like this. Okay, so in this selection, if you can observe, what is the difference here? Yeah, can anyone tell me what is the difference? I'm just dragging this from right side toward left side. Apart from that, did you identify anything?
Yes. Total objects are selected, ma'am.
All objects are selected.
So even if I partially cover this, okay, I'm not completely covering the objects which are to be selected. I'm just touching, okay, my window is just touching the objects, okay, the objects are getting selected. This is the difference. So in the window selection, the object to be selected should be completely inside the window, okay, that whereas in the cross window selection, you just need to touch the object which is to be selected, okay. That is a cross window selection. Is it clear, everyone, about the types of selections?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, you can respond to the chat box also. Okay, thank you for the response. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm selecting the walls. Okay, now I'm selecting the walls by using this cross window selection. And now I would like to reduce its height. Okay, I would like to make this walls to be accommodated in between level 1 and level 2. So simply as I select the walls, so in the properties palette, I'll get the properties related to this wall. Look at this. So the object which we'll select, it will use the properties of that object. Okay. So here it is showing that base constraint is level 1, top constraint is unconnected, okay, and the unconnected height is 8000 mm, nothing but 8 meters. Automatically it has drawn the wall of 8 meters height, okay, since the setting in the top constraint is unconnected. So now we have to change this option from unconnected to level 2, okay. So now the unconnected height has been reduced to 3000, nothing but 3 meters, that is level 2 height, okay. Now take your cursor in the drawing area to update the changes, okay. Look at this. Now we have reduced the height at a time to all the walls. This is about changing the wall height if by mistaken we have given some different thing, okay. And there are many more options. Let us see those options. Again, I'm activating the same wall tool, okay, from the ribbon tools. And you can see after setting top constraint, here we have top offset also. About this base offset and top offset, we will discuss in the next topic, okay.